What's going on, everybody? Today I got the Orthrus LED modular helmet, and this can be made of carbon fiber, have an ABS shell, and a super nice breathable liner on the inside that's really comfortable. This helmet's lightweight and it's approved by DOT, which makes this helmet really safe. So taking a look at the overall features and shape of the helmet, it's got a really nice aerodynamic look going all the way throughout, and it has a nice little visor on the end. So the button on here is like a rubber material, and it's going to be weatherproof too, so if it is raining, you're going to still be able to feel and touch that. One click turns it all the way on, and it has a really nice LED feature. This is probably my favorite one, how it just looks kind of sequential and just goes around in a pattern. And then we also get the flashing light as well, so it'll kind of just aware people. This will really help make sure that somebody can see you. Now we do have the DOT certification right on the back, and this helmet is really cool. We have a matte finish, and we also have a bunch of aero technology in here. We have a vent right up top, where if you just slide this back, you're gonna be able to get air right into the top of the helmet, keeping the head cool. And also in the front, we do have another vent that if you just slide that up, you're gonna have two vents right here that's gonna allow air to come right through. Really nice visor, and that's gonna keep the sun glare out and really protect your eyes. It's got a nice tab here where you can easily just lift that right up. You can see on the bottom here, it does have a really nice mesh with the orange on here. It's really soft, almost like a silky material, but it just is very nice and soft going all the way throughout. And we do have the adjustability going through here with a ratchet strap. And to lift this up to the modular, this is going to be the red button. You're just going to pull out and up. And that is going to make the helmet go all the way up. Now, I wear glasses, and this does fit really nice because it has a little bit of a recess going through the sides here. So they do have like a little glasses emblem right here that shows. It's really easy to have your glasses just on and off, and you can slide them right through, and it's going to fit and be snug, and they're not going to be pressing down. I wear a size medium, the 57 to I believe the 58 centimeter, but this does fit really well. I feel like I could get away with a small if I wanted it to be super tight. Now, as you see, I'm shaking my head. There is just a tiny bit of room, but there isn't a crazy amount of pressure going throughout my forehead, and it's not hugging down super tight on my cheeks. So I actually think that I may be swapping this one out for the small to see what that feels like. I wear a size medium in the Shoei helmet, and this is the size medium, and I do think that this is a little tiny bit bigger than what the Shoei brand has. So just comparing apples to apples, this helmet still fits pretty good. It's just not really snug. So I'd be curious to see what the small feels like, and I honestly think that that's probably the size that I'm gonna end up going with. Now, we have the medium here, so I'm gonna talk about this one. I do have this one maxed all the way out. This strap is just kind of just hanging down, so I would just take a rubber band and just kind of like fold this up just so it would sit right up here. I don't think the company sent one in the kit, but I may have just thrown that away. I can't remember, but you can just ratchet this right up. So as I start to tighten this down, it does end up fitting pretty nice and pretty snug and secure. I personally just like my helmets like squeezing my head super tight, so that's why I think I could probably get away with a small. But I do think if you like just a little bit of space, a little bit of comfortability in your helmet, and you usually wear a medium in other sizes, I think that you're gonna be fine with this helmet. Now, in order to quick release this, you just pull the red tab, and this just comes right off for just easy access. Pulling this helmet down. Not sure how well you guys can hear me now at this point. I'm just gonna keep this helmet unstrapped just so you guys can hear me a little bit, but it's really nice. I like the way that it feels on me, and I do like the way that it looks. It's super aerodynamic going all the way through, and it just gives it a nice aggressive look. This is the Doberman version in red, and they also come in white, gold, and a red, white, and blue, which is really cool. In order to open this, I'm just gonna flip that all the way up there, and that's gonna give me full capability and visibility. I do like the vents. Opening and closing it really opens up the airways, helping you breathe a lot better and just getting that air just to fly through. So I love how easy this is to just go reach behind you and just find that button to turn this on. You're not gonna know without actually seeing it if it's on or off, but you kind of just have to remember how many times you press the button. So if you just press it one time, it's gonna turn the light on. And then if you press it again, you're gonna get the sequential. And then if you press it one more time, you're gonna get the flashing button. And one more time is gonna shut it off. So you kind of just have to count how many times you're pressing it in order to make sure that it is off or on, depending on which one that you know. You just have to memorize the sequences, which is pretty easy. But overall, this helmet looks and feels absolutely amazing. It has a really nice fit, a really nice feel, and it just looks aggressive. And I also love how it's just aerodynamic, and it has all of the certifications and protection that you're looking for in a helmet. So in order to maintain that LED on the back, there is just a little opening that you just have to flick up, and then you get a USB Type-C that just plugs right into the back, and then just plug this USB into an outlet, and you can charge this thing up. This kit is also going to come with a really nice bag too, with a pull string, so you can just throw your helmet in here, keep it nice, safe, and clean, stored for travel, or just stowing away, making sure that you don't scratch it. I really like how this cover does come with it, so you can keep it in really good condition. I love how you can just throw that up real quick, and you can just like grab some air and just breathe, because sometimes when you're riding on a hot day, it's nice to just have like a helmet like this, because it just looks super aggressive, but you can just throw it up and you can breathe, and you can just ride with your helmet on, keeping you safe, but just change it up and get a little bit of air and wind in your face. Another thing that I do like about this helmet is it has this little lever right here, as you can see, and as I flip this up, it now gives you a UV protection, almost just like a sunglasses little drop down that you can have that just fits and looks really nice. So it kind of just changes it up. So if you want to go from here to here, then you can definitely feel a little bit more wind and have that protection and have the full face look still, but just still add that UV protection there, letting a little bit more wind flood into the helmet. You can also flip this all the way up into the kind of like touring model, I like to call it, and you still have the sunglasses, which is so cool. So you could just flip that up real quick and just be totally exposed to the weather. I like this because with my glasses, it just kind of covers it up, and now it gives me more of a sleek look and gives me that UV protection, and also just having the helmet totally opened up and giving me that really nice feel. So overall, I absolutely love this helmet. I think it's really great, and after I get a size small, I think it's just gonna be the perfect helmet. Honestly, for the price, you can't beat it. I definitely highly recommend this helmet. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next video.